Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Deserae Niedert, and today I will be discussing why marijuana should be legal. Here, I have provided a visual representation of what marijuana is. As you see, it grows leaves and also flowers. So let's dive into what is marijuana. Marijuana is a drug that is also a plant. It grows from the earth. It has leaves and flowers. An active ingredient of marijuana is tetrahydrocannabinol, also known as THC. Marijuana could be smoked or added to foods or drinks. It all depends on the user. So let's discuss some of the effects that marijuana has on the body. So, some of the effects that marijuana has on the body depends on how strong the grade of marijuana is and how much is consumed in the body. Marijuana can often have psychological effects, and sometimes the person that smokes marijuana or consumes marijuana can experience a type of euphoria. Marijuana can also sometimes affect a person's vision, or it can have a distortion of time. It also can sometimes affect somebody's cognition, how they move, how they think slightly. So, how does marijuana help the body? Marijuana is a natural grown drug that is used to relieve pain or other mental conditions. It's far less toxic than other toxic medicines that doctors prescribe to patients. It can also be used to cure nausea, spasticity, appetite, and chronic pain. Here I have provided two quotes. One was from Lester Gartspoon, an American physician, that stated, "Cannabis is remarkably safe. Although not harmless, it is surely less toxic than most of the conventional medicines it could replace if it was legally available. Despite its use by millions of people over thousands of years, cannabis has never caused an overdose death." Another quote that I have provided was from Jocelyn Elders, an American pediatrician, that stated, "The evidence is overwhelming that marijuana can relieve certain types of pain. Pain, nausea, vomiting, and other symptoms caused by illnesses such as multiple sclerosis, cancer, and AIDS, or by the harsh drugs sometimes used to treat them, and it can do so remarkably safe. Indeed, marijuana is less toxic than any of the drugs that physicians prescribe every day." Here I've provided a statistical graph by the Statistical Consumer Insight. And this graph is about what Americans think about medical cannabis. So 45% of them say that they have already used medical cannabis. 38% says that the use of cannabis should be legal for everyone. 36% believe that cannabis is a good alternative to traditional medical products. 29% say that they can imagine using medical cannabis. 28% would prefer medical cannabis over chemical medications. 11% is worried about the risk of use of medical cannabis. 9% don't want cannabis to be legalized. I have provided another statistical graph, and this graph is by the American Society of Clinical Oncology by Harris Poly. This graph represents the percentage of U.S. adults that support medical cannabis use among cancer patients as of 2018 by age. So here's the ages. And in total, as you can see, 83% support the use of marijuana among cancer patients. And this blue one right here is the people that support the use of marijuana for any medical reasons. Next. So, in conclusion, marijuana is a drug that is grown from the earth. It's very natural and it's far less toxic than other medications prescribed. It can be used to help chronic pains, mental conditions, and overall help somebody's health. That concludes my presentation. Are there any questions?
No.